स्वागतम to our Atmabodha Satsangam. ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। ओम श्रुति स्मृति पुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शंकरं लोकशंकरं शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं गुरुदेव देव। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। हरि। So we start with the first sloka of Atmabodha together. Tapobhikshina papanam shantanam vitaraginam mumukshunam apekshoyam atmabodho vidhiyate. So Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji is enumerating thought by thought of Vedanta. Last class thought is, generally in Vedanta we say, I am not this body, I am not this mind, I am not this sense organs. We say because that is anatma. In Vedanta one is called atma, one is called anatma. We say. Bhagavan said, generally we people say I am not the body. But we have to check what are the implications. I am not the body means what? And he said, you are not body means, first of all, the meaning is, you have not born. Swamiji, if you are not the body, then its implication must be that only. You have not born at all. Then there is no jara, there is no old age for you. There is no vyadhi, there is no disease for you. That one eternal pure. That is the implication of what is the meaning of I am. At the same time, I am not the mind, we say. You are not the mind means you don't have any ragam, likes. You don't have any dvesham, dislikes. Sukham, dukkham. They are all different climatical conditions of the mind, but not you. So this is the implication of that particular thought. We have to keep this thought always. Generally, we say, Swamiji, they are pushing us. They are very problematic, Swamiji. Life is nothing but this only, raga, dvesha, ichcha. So completely we are bound by that emotions, but you are saying you are not that. That's why we have to reflect again and again what we not. And what we are. Positively we should think what we are. Then automatically that other knowledge will go away. So in today's thought, to ascertain this knowledge, I am Atma or I am Brahma, we have to do something. Generally, we ask Guruji, please tell, what should I do to get this knowledge or to establish in this knowledge? What should I do? Then Guru says, you must meditate on your Swarupam. Constantly you should meditate. You should think what you are, what you are, what you are. Then we say, Guruji, I am ready to think what I am. Then please tell me what I am. So these verses they call as meditative verses. From verse number 34, they are all called dhyana slokams. We must meditate this way about ourselves. They are very, particularly this verse number 34 is very, very beautiful verse, very popular verse also. If you go to any sadhu, sangha, pravachan, if he is a Vedanti, in pravachan, some pravachanakar, they are bhakti sampradaya, they don't touch Atma Bodha. If he is a Vedanti, definitely many people, they quote this sloka number 34. It's very popular sloka in Atma Bodha. It's a meditation verse. This is like Ashtottara Puja of Atma. Generally, we do puja for Bhagavan. Saguna Sakara Bhagavan Aito Om Vasudevaya Namaha, Om Devaki Nandanaya Namaha, Om Shankachakra Gadadhariye Namaha. Ityadi puja we do for Saguna Sakara Paramatma. If you want to do puja for Nirguna Nirakara, puja means thinking, vicharana. This 34th verse is his puja, pujavali, namavali. Now, please repeat after me. Actually, we should by heart this slokam. Nirguno nishkriyo nityaha nirvikalpo niranjanaha nirvikaro nirakaraha Nityamuktosmi nirmalaha. Together. Nirguno nishkriyo nityo nirvikalpo niranjanaha nirvikaro nirakaraha Nityamuktosmi nirmalaha. This way we should meditate. When we sit in the meditation posture, we should think this sloka. Nirguno niskriyo nityaha. Nirvikalpo niranjanaha. Nirvikaro nirakaraha. Nityamuktosmi nirmalaha. This is the puja for Atma. See, these are all the mantras. These are all like mantras only. Okay. So what our masters, defined about these definitions. Generally, we call Atma is Nirguna. Nirguna means, then what do you mean by Nirguna, Swamiji? Nirguna means Atma doesn't have any kind of properties. That is called Nirgunam. We say Sattva Rajastamo Guna Atita. Sattva Guna Rajastama Guna Atita means it doesn't have any kind of properties. No physical properties, no chemical properties, no properties. Generally, whatever we see in this world, everything has some or other property. This is the nature of world. Whatever you touch, some people say, Swamiji, that is highly useless thing. That highly uselessness is its property. In this world, everything has some property because this is belong to Padardham. They are all substance. Substance has property always. Whether it is Akasha, Vayu, Prithvi, some property will be there. Whereas Atma, the qualification of Atma, Atma is not any Vastu. Atma is not any substance. It is not any Padardham to maintain some properties. That's why Atma is Nirgunam. Swamiji, if it is not any material, then what it is? It is not substance, it is substratum. It is the support of all. You say something, Swamiji, it is highly useless. Because of Atma only, you can say it is useless. Swamiji, it is very valuable. Because of Atma only, you can say it is valuable. This is the difference between substance and substratum of all. That glory is me, Nirguna. Then Nishkriyaha. Atma is actionless. There is no Kriya in the Atma. Swamiji, I like this quality. Because I am also lazy. I also don't do much, Swamiji. Morning breakfast. Again, I feel hungry, little lunch, okay. Again, I sleep. And dinner. Kushi, kushi. Atma and me. This quality is I am practicing, Swamiji. Niskriya. Very, very lazy. Nishkriya means not laziness. Nishkriya means because Atma doesn't have any work, any action, because Atma is all pervading. This activity or action we can do where we are not. There should be some space to act. But Atma is everywhere. What can it do? See, this is the implication of Nishkriyata. The Atma is all pervading. There is no space to it to act. That's why it is called Nishkriyaha. Gurudev beautifully gives example. If somebody asks, what is your thumb or where is your thumb? We show this is my thumb. And this thumb can go or can grow, anything can do, because some other place is there where it is not. It can grow and grow and grow because where it is not, something is there. But in case of Atma, it doesn't have that chance. Everywhere it is only, that's why it is Nishkriya. There is no room to act. Nishkriya. Third one is called Nitya. Atma is Nityam. Nityam means it is beyond 3 periods of time. Generally, we divide time into 3 periods. Bhutakala, Vartamanakala, Bhavishyat Generally, our calculation of time is this one. Bhutakala means past. Vartamanakala means present, what we are. And one more time we keep, that is Bhavishyakala. All our game is in these 3 periods of times only. But they say Atma is beyond time. Actually, the concept of time also will born in the presence of Atma. If you want to receive the concept of time, this consciousness should be there. That's why Atma is beyond time. It doesn't belong to any Bhota Vastu, Vartamana Vastu, or Bhavishyat Vastu. It is beyond. In his presence, this concept is born. Reason. And fall also. The concept of time also fall in Atma only. Aina? Concept of time will risen in the Atma, and the same time concept of time fall in Atma. When you sleep, there is no time to you, but Atma is there. When you wake up, you see your watch. You entered into the concept of time because of Atma presence only. That glory, Nityaha, beyond time. And Nirvikalpaha. Fourth mantra about Atma is called, we must think Atma is Nirvikalpam. Many Mahatmas, they say, there is a Samadhi called Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Those who practice Dhyana Mityadi, oh, so many steps are there in the Dhyanam. One Samadhi is called Savikalpa Samadhi. Savikalpa Samadhi means there is a duality. Nirvikalpa Samadhi means even the duality also not there. Meditator, meditation, that is also ended. And general Samadhi also there. Dhyana, Dharana, and so many steps. One term generally they use, Nirvikalpa. Nirvikalpa means, actual meaning is, there is no duality. There is no Dvaitam. It is Atma is one without second. Its nature. That nature is called Nirvikalpa Sthiti. It cannot agitate. It cannot see. It cannot smell. It cannot taste. It cannot touch. Because there is no second. What will touch? One without second. That's why it is called Nirvikalpa. This is one definition. Another, some people, they say Nirvikalpa means, generally our mind is called Sankalpa Vikalpatmika. In Tattva Bodha we have seen. If anybody asks what is mind, the definition for mind is nothing but Sankalpa Vikalpatmika. Sometimes it imagines something, Sankalpas. Sometimes it breaks. This Atma is beyond mind. Therefore, we can say it is Nirvikalpa. There is no connectivity, there is no disconnectivity. This is called Sankalpa Vikalpa. Sankalpa Vikalpa. Generally, we do with everything this Sankalpa Vikalpa only. We connected with class, Swamiji. We disconnected with class, Swamiji. Sankalpa. But Atma is, because of its presence only, you can connect, you can disconnect. That is called Nirvikalpa Sthiti of Atma. So, Nirguno, Nishkriyo, Nityaha, Nirvikalpo, Niranjanaha. Anjana means impurity. Niranjanam means free from impurity. Atma is free from impurity. What is that impurity, Swamiji? Ignorance, avidya. Atma is free from ignorance. That's why it is called Niranjanaha. Free from impurity. Niranjanaha. Blemishless. Nirvikaraha. Next quality of Atma is called Nirvikara. Vikara means modification. Generally, material they have, for example, milk will be converted into curds, yogurt. That is called modification. Seed modified as a tree. Viryam modified as physical body. This is all science. Sea water modified as sweet water. So this vikarata, this is called vikarata in our spirituality. Vikarata means modifications is very, very common in worldly objects. Everything will be modified. Even our body, 20 years ago, I was like that. Now this, we don't know what is going to happen in future. This Atma doesn't have this kind of vikaram. Always same. Nirvikaraha. And moreover, what I told now, this is all called gross vikara, sthola vikara. Even in our mind also, so many vikaras will be there. Love, attachment, dislike, hate. Atma is free from even subtle vikaras also. It is free from gross, free from subtle modifications. That is called nirvikarata. Next one, nirakaram. Nirakaram means Atma is formless. Swamiji, why Atma is formless? Generally they call Bhagavan is Nirguna Nirakara. Where Krishna is Saguna Sakara. Such a sweet form, Swamiji. Sri Rama is Saguna Sakara, where Brahma is Nirguna Nirakara. Why Swamiji doesn't have any form? Because he is all pervading. If you have a form, you are limited. Haina? If I have a form means I have a limited. It may be big form. I am ocean, Swamiji. Still you are limited. That is the big one on the globe. So whatever form you, if you have, you are limited. Atma doesn't have any form, Nirakara, because it is infinite, all pervading. All forms are his forms only. In Purusha Suktam we chant, Sahasra Sirsha Purushaha, Sahasrakshas Sahasrapat. Bhagavan is all forms, all hands, all legs. That means he is everything. There is no particular form. Nirakaraha. Then Nirmalaha. Atma is a Nirmala Vastu. Nirmala Vastu means it is free from impurities. They say all jivas in general, all jivas we have three impurities. In Vedanta they say that three impurities are called Ajnana, Kama, Karma. Some other people they say they are called Hridaya Grandhi. Hridaya Grandhi means they are the knots of hearts. Because of these three knots only we feel Jiva, Jiva, I am Jiva, I am Jiva. If you break that, Vidyate Hridaya Grandhi Chidyante Sarva Samsayaha. Upanishad glorifies. That knots are impurities. Ajnana, first one. Because of Ajnana, desires comes, Kama. Because of Ajnana only, desire, Kama. Kama only prompt for karma, action. This Ajnana, Kama, Karma are called impurities. They don't touch Atma. Nirmalaha. No desire for Atma. There is no room to activity, and there is no ignorance what it is. It is pure Sat, Chit, Ananda, Janma, Marana, Rahita, Eka Vastu, Sarvavyapi, Aham Nirmalaha. Nitya Muktosmi. I am ever liberated. Nitya Mukta. Vedanta says you have not bound at all. There is no bandham even now. That's why the definition for moksha in Vedanta is completely different. Generally, moksha means we think, going somewhere, reaching somewhere, getting some nothing. Nitya Mukta. You are Atma. Atma is ever liberated. There is no bondage to you. That is our Vedantic teachings. So, Nitya Mukta Asmi. Asmi means this is all me. What should I meditate, Swamiji? This way we should meditate on our own nature. Nirguno Nishkriyo Nityaha Nirvikalpo Niranjanaha निर्विकारो निराकारः नित्यमुक्तोऽस्मि निर्मलः. And all the thoughts, that is called vicharana, glory of the glory. We are beyond all gross, subtle, causal bodies, that pure Satchidananda Brahma, Aham. And again, Bhagavan Shankaracharya in the next verse also, he says, how should we do meditation on Atma? That is in verse number 35. Repeat after me. Ahamakashavat sarvam Bahirantargatochyutaha Sada sarvasamashuddhaha Nissango nirmalo chalaha. Together. Ahamakashavat sarvam Bahirantargatochyutaha Sada sarvasamashuddhaha Nissango nirmalo chalaha. Bhagavan is saying, Aham. Aham means what we every day say, I. This Aham, Akashavat Sarvam. Like space, it is everything, everywhere. Generally, we say, I am in this body. See, generally we say, I am in this body. Truth is, this body also in me. Because of me, this body can do anything. Because of me, this body can act or work or listen or whatever. So, truth is, body is in me, but we say, I am in this body. See how contradiction. Aham akashavat sarvam. Like space, everywhere I am. Everywhere means what, Swamiji? Bahihi antargataha. Bahihi means in outside also I am. Antargataha, inside also I am. Everywhere. Swamiji, outside also me. Means right now I am in Los Angeles also. Right now I am in Mumbai also. Right now I am in Kuwait also, or Visakhapatnam also. Bahihi antaha means that. So I am everywhere, you are saying, Swamiji. And yes, you are. But I am sitting in my chair, Swamiji. Sitting in this chair is this body, not you. Body sat in this chair. But this aham, this is the knowledge. Guruji gives one example. There is a pot and there is a space. Generally, we think ourselves as a pot, not like a space. And we say, space in the pot. I am in the body. Guruji says, space in the pot also, space where pot is not also. We say, I am in the pot. But our knowledge we keep as I am pot. Think. We say, I am in the pot. But our confirmation is, I am pot. The in the pot, what we are saying, that is space. This space is where pot is, where pot not is also. That is you. That way break the shell of the egg of body and fly. Aham akashavat sarvam bahihi antargataha. Inside and outside, I am everywhere. Because of this property only, I am achyutaha. Achyutaha means never fallen. There is no me not room. Where can I fall? If I am everywhere, there is no fall and rise in me. That's why they call Bhagavan is Achyuta. Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam, we sing. How could he get this property of Achyutam Swamiji, never fallen property? Because he is everywhere, there is no room to fall. That's why he is Achyutam. Aham Akashavat Sarvam Bahihi Antargataha Achyutaha. And Sada Sarva Samaha. See our nature. Sada means always. Sarva Samaha means same in all, same to all. This Aham, this Atma, same in all and same to all. Other things are, they don't have that property. Mind is not same in all, same to all. Intellect is not same in all, same to all. Body also is not same in all, same to all. This aham only same in all, same to all. What I feel I, the same I, Brahmaji also feels. I plus he keeps much more. The same I, you, she, everyone we keep. That is called same in all, same to all. Surroundings may change. They may be different because of punya, papa, karma. They have their own logic. We don't want that. Anyhow, that is anatma, limited by time. This pure is samaha, sada, and shuddhaha. Swamiji, you may ask, Swamiji, you said it is same in all, same to all. For example, a dirty beggar is there. Will Atma contaminated by his dirtiness? The Shuddha Sadachara Mahatma is there. This Atma will be glorified because of his tapas, sadhana, ityadi. No. Atma is pure means pure, 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 that's all. Whether you do sadhana or you do garib, whatever that ugly activity, it cannot contaminate Atma. Shuddha. Tapascharya ityadi to purify mind. You can get clear knowledge. If you don't, you will be in the ignorance. That mind will be in the ignorance. But Atma is Shuddha. See? Sada Sarva Samaha Suddhaha Nissangaha. Nissangaha means Atma is Sangarahita Vastu. It doesn't have any kind of attachment. Matlab, no upadhi can touch it. Body cannot touch, mind cannot touch, intellect cannot touch. Untouchable. Nissangaha. They are very, 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 very limited in front of Brahma Tattva. That's why people, they want to revel in the knowledge. Some people, they check where is this body. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa ji always used to check after his samadhi. Where is this body? Where is this body? And Gurudev very dramatically he says, whenever Ramakrishna Paramahamsa ji wants to come out of his Nirvikalpa Samadhi, he used to ask Rasgulla, 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 Rasgulla. And students, they have to take one Rasgulla and they have to keep in the mouth of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa ji. Then he used to taste that Rasgulla and slowly he used to come to the body awareness. Hi. Upadhi, yeah, there is a Upadhi. And Mahatma says this Rasagolla means he used to call Mother Kali, Mahamaya. Because he gone so far. So Amma. This Rasagolla, he used to remember that Maya. And she used to connect that thought with the body. So we are that Nissangaha, Nirmalaha, Achalaha. free from all kind of impurities. What I told, Ajnana Kama Karma and Achala. Achala means no movement in the Atma. Stabda. In Yoga Vasishtam, Bhagavan Rama says, what is Atma? He says Stabda. It cannot move anywhere. Some people say, Swamiji, is it experience of Atma will be like that? I say, I don't have. Stabda. There is no movement in the Atma. Better stop all movements. It will be that. Always we move, body, prana, intellect, mind, senses, move. But one is seeing all the movements. One changeless substratum is seeing all the changes. Focus that changeless, these are all will disappear. That is called stabdata. So achalaha. So this way you meditate. Swamiji, many people they say, when Gurudev used to take this Atma Bodha, after, for example, this 35th verse, after class he used to stop after that sloka. And everybody used to think why he stopped. Gurudev used to ask them. Nothing happened. No realization. And people used to laugh like anything. What is this, Gurudev? With one sloka we will we realize Atma or what? Okay. Next sloka. Again think. That is the only solution to get establishment in the Atma Jnana. Again start think. Mind say I am body. You say I am Satchidananda Brahma. Mind give all false logics on. Here the Shanti, Sukha, Ityadi there. You say there is no Shanti, Sukha in the world. Mind say this world is permanent. You say what a joke it is. My world is not permanent. I am permanent. Because of my presence only, this world can dance in front of me. What are you talking? So again, we have to shift our attention from this thing to substratum Atma. So again, one more sloka Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji is giving to do meditation. That is sloka number 36. Nitya Shuddha Vimuktaikyam. Sorry. Akhandanandamadvayam. Satyam Jnanamanantam Yat. Parabrahmahame tat. Together. Nitya Shuddha Vimuktaikam Akhandananda Madvayam Satyam Jnanamanantam Yat Parabrahmahame tat. This is the meditation. This way we should do. How, Swamiji? Nitya Shuddha. Nitya Shuddha means eternally pure. No object will have this quality. Eternal purity, no one. Eternal purity, no one, sir. Undoubtedly. This eternal purity, only one, that is my Atma Swarupam. Nitya Shuddha. Vimuktaha. Vimuktaha means ever liberated. Nothing can condition me whatsoever. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna, he goes, even you kill someone also, that papam cannot touch Atma. Nothing can condition me. Always vimuktoham. Nitya Shuddha Vimuktoham Ekam. Ekam means capital O, capital N, capital E, one. Anyo Vacho Vimunchata, Upanishad says. There is no need to talk anything else because there is nothing else. This is Ekam. Ekam Akhanda. Ekam Akhanda Anandam. The nature of Atma is Akhanda Ananda, means indivisible bliss. There is no break in it. This is Ananda. Atma is Ananda Swarupa. That is one plus point. That too, Ananda is which kind of Ananda, Swamiji? Indivisible. There is no break. Anandam, Anandam, Anandam Eva. In Bhajagovindam says, Nandati, Nandati, Nandati Eva. Kevalam Ananda, indivisible. There is no break to it. Akhanda Anandam. Akhanda Anandam. Advayam. Advayam means one without second. There is no second factor. Advayam. Satyam. Satyam means pure existence. Truth. That is only the truth. Remaining is snake. Rope is only the truth. In the time of ignorance also, rope only truth. In the time of jnanic state also, rope only truth. That is called Satyam. Satyam. Jnanam. This Atma is not a Jadavastu. It is a Jnana Murti. I know I am. This knowledge never absents. There is no time where I am not. Because of I only, everything will exist. That is called Jnana Swarupam. At least we can meditate in this thought, What is this knowledge? Knowledge means this awareness. That Jnana core, Gurudev used to, that principle of knowledge, that bottom, that is Brahma, that is Bhagavan. On that, when it reflects in the intellect, it says something. It reflects in the mind, feelings. It reflects in the body, all the activity. We say this is knowledge, Shabda knowledge, Rupa, Sparsha. This is all knowledge, but because of whose presence, this is all can work. That Jnanam is me. Very, very simple. To meditate on Atma and to stay at that Atmic knowledge. That Shuddha Jnana. Jnanam. Anantam. Anantam means there is no end to me. See, this is our greatness. Generally, everything going to end. Swamiji, now I am President of America. Very good, sir. You are the lucky one on the globe. But there is an Antam. Swamiji, I am the prince of so. You are so lucky. But there is a ending date also. For this body also, many people, they say, date of birth and date of death, both are fixed. Whereas you, no end, Ananta Vastu, Anantam. This is all Yat Parabrahma. This is all the qualities of Parabrahma. This Parabrahma is nothing but Ahameva Tat. Every day what I am saying, Aham, 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 that Ahameva, this all. Every day that I only has this great glory. This way you should meditate. One day it should click to us. Yes, I am that. anything. Jnana Swarupa, Sat Swarupa, Ananda Swarupa, Ananta Swarupa. That's why they say Bhuri Visruvam. In Taittiriya Upanishad also it says, you must listen more from the master. One day it clicks and intellect will settle. It never asks why I am not Atma. That is called click. In Gurudev language, it's called click. It click happens. That's why they say so much beautiful verses. Swamiji, if you do this sadhana, what we have done now, from the Nirguno, Nishkriyo, Nitya to Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, Ahameva. This is all me. If we do this kind of upasana or this kind of sadhana, what is going to happen to him, Swamiji? Or what is its work? How this sadhana will work? Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji, with this last sloka of today, he is concluding. He is concluding this meditation verses. He is saying, Evam nirantarabhyasta brahmaivasmiti vasana haratya vidya vikshepan roga nivarasayanam. Together. Evam nirantarabhyasta brahmaivasmiti vasana haratya vidya vikshepan roga nivarasayanam. This roga nivarasayanam also very popular statement. What this sadhana will do, Swamiji, then Swamiji is saying, Evam. Evam means in this way. What I spoke earlier, Bhagavan Shankaracharya is saying, Evam, in this way, Nirantara Abhyasta. If anybody, Abhyasta means practices, Nirantara, regularly. If anybody practices regularly in the above way, then one vasana will create in his mind. What vasana, Swamiji? Brahma eva asmi iti. This vasana will create in the very core of our personality. Which vasana? Brahma eva aham. I am nothing but Brahma. That vasana very strongly it will form. If anybody do practice of this knowledge every day. So Swamiji, if this vasana forms, what is going to happen? This vasana will harati. Harati means it will kill. It will kill avidya plus vikshepan. This vasana only can kill ignorance and its byproducts. Byproducts means all projections, agitations, wrong notions. I am body is a wrong notion. Agitation. I am very angry man. I am a good man. Agitation. Projections. Projections means world is real. Happiness we can draw from the world. This is all called projection. Where it is not, but we see that. That is called projection. So all projections, all agitations, all wrong notions, they are the children of ignorance. So with root, this problem will be ended by this vasana of Aham Brahma. And student got angry. And he said, Guruji, tell Shishyaji. So this Brahma Abhyasa also a thought. With one thought, you want to eliminate this thought of ignorance. What kind of knowledge it is? This Brahma Vidya is a thought, because it's creating vasana and vritti, practice, everything he is saying. Guru said, in a sadhana way, we can say it is a thought. Already I told my dear student, he asked how this jnana can remove ajnana. Kataka renuvat. In the previous example, we have seen, for example, the water is very muddy. Then we put this alum, kataka. Then we mix it in that muddy water. And this kataka will catch all the dust and they all go down. And you take pure water. You need not drink kataka, you need not drink impurity also. Both will go away. In the same way, this practice of this Brahma Vidya, it is in a thought form. It works like Rogadeva Rasayanam. Rasayanam means medicine. Roga means disease. For example, if we have a disease, you take medicine. Medicine will kill the disease. At the same time, medicine will also go away. You will be what you are. I know. In the same way, this practice of Nirguno, Nishkriyo, Brahma, the thought will be very subtle, and slowly all the ignorance will go, and its projections, agitations, everything will go. At the same time, there is no need to say also. That way, the tablet also will go and disease also will go. This way, this jnana sadhana will work. Many people, they ask how this jnana sadhana will work. Roga adiva rasayanam, like a medicine to the disease. This is the example. This way, we must practice every day. Abhyasta. Gurudev always used to say, this practice of spirituality, it should be regular, sincere. It should not like a fever. Sometimes we do 24 hours, I do Swamiji, and then we drop. No. If you do 10 minutes every day, you must do 10 minutes every day. Regularly, we must do. And sincerely, if we do wholeheartedly, 10 minutes is enough. That knowledge will be very fresh. Slowly, that Brahma Aham Vasana will generate in us. That Vasana can remove that ignorance and its byproducts like Roga Adiva Rasayan. Therefore, my dear student, you must practice this Jnana Sadhana. This is called Jnana Abhyasam. See, many Abhyasas will be there. One is called Yoga Abhyas. Yoga Abhyasa means they do asana, pranayama. Bhakti Abhyasa means they do mantra, puja, alankara, deepadupa naivedya. That is called upas, bhakti Abhyasa. Whereas the Jnana Abhyasa is feed this knowledge always to buddhi. This is called vicharana. Avichara kruto bandha vicharena nivartate. This is the formula. If you don't do enquiry, you will be bandha. If you do enquiry, you will be liberated. So this enquiry is nothing but decision. What is Atma? What is not Atma? Very nice, Swamiji. And I would like to tell one announcement. That is, August 3rd, Tuesday, is Pujya Gurudev Mahasamadhi Day. Definitely all Chinmaya Mission Centers, we worship Gurudev that day. Because Pujya Guruji Swami Tejobayanji said, Gurudev Mahasamadhi Day is a Aradhana day for Chinmaya family. We all pray him. His birthday is Seva Day. He said, Gurudev birthday, we should do some Seva, whatever we have. Whereas his Mahasamadhi Day, we should do his Aradhana. Mahasamadhi means he dropped all the conditionings and he reached that highest Samadhi. Brahma Sthiti. That is called Mahasamadhi. So if we pray wholeheartedly that day, there will be connectivity between our father and we. He is our father, mother and everything. Our Guru, our Jnanam, our Brahma, our Atma, everything is our Pujya beloved Gurudev. So that is called Aradhana Day. In our Visakhapatnam Chinmaya Mission Center, morning 8:30 we do Guru Paduka Puja. So 8:30 to 9:30. That is very early to Kuwait. I will send the link. You can join if that is okay. And from 10:30 to 12, we are doing a special pratyeka sadhana, special sadhana or special aradhana for Gurudev. That is called this 1.5 hour time. We chant all stotrams which are related to Guru. We have so many stotrams on Guru Andi. Like Guru Stotram, Guru Paduka Stotram, Dakshinamurti Stotram. So many we have. So this 1.5 hour, you please get your chanting book, Chinmay Mission chanting book if you take, or we printed all chants. So chant by chant, we chant and we pray our Gurudev, our Sadguru, our Jnanadata. So that way we celebrate Aradhana. That is Indian time 10:30. That is 8 o'clock, I think. That day you get up very early, take bath, and we do collectively this prayer to Puj Guru. No, Swamiji, that time we have some program for Kuwait family that is well and good. Very much appreciable and most welcome also. So anyhow, I want to announce that program. That's why I announced. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamivavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo